Hey guys, NailMan here. Welcome to my channel. Today in this video, we're going to go through the Lucky Divination event with various example plays. This event comes out on rotation every 4 weeks. I would say without a doubt, one of the best events in the entire game, in my opinion, as it provides great amounts and various types of resources for rewards. Specifically, the large amount of glory badges and inscriptions. At the current date for reference, and from an example run, you can obtain approximately over 25,000 glory badges.
Say what?
And over 35,000 inscriptions when you fully completed the event each time.
Oh my god.
Which in turn will help speed up combat lab progress and increase levels on statues significantly.
Woo!
Other types of rewards you will also get from completing the event include wish crystals, keys, fiery wish crystals, fruit, pub tasks, and more. But please note that the divination event is more of a mid to high level endgame player type of event.
Bruh.
Meaning that you need to be able to farm the large amount of divination stones required from the Supreme Battle stages 121 to 190 on the weekends to consistently finish the event with strong team of heroes. Buying with gems via the mystery shop when it comes out, or optionally buying the stones and crystals via the divination packs or weekend packs if available, helps increase the amount as well. This is the divination stone right here you need towards the event, including each of the 4 different types of crystals as well that open the 4 different treasure chests in game for more rewards and resources. Eventually, you will collect many of these crystals in large amounts by playing the event game over time. Except with red being more the rare crystal that will require some additional farming to obtain if you do not spend money. Never ever open or use the crystals in your bag. Leave them alone for divination events only to unlock the treasure chests in-game where you can get more resources from it. Never worth it to open or use the crystals on their own. This is the game board where you utilize all the divination stones and crystals to perform divinations and open chests to obtain rewards. Unflipping each question box is considered performing a divination, which also reveals a color pattern and a specific resource. When you reveal 3 of the same color pattern, you can unlock it with that specific color crystal. That is how you unlock and open the chest to obtain additional rewards and resources. And of course, to ultimately finish the event tier rewards listed during the event for even more. It takes just over 700 divination stones and at least 11 red crystals to finish the event fully for someone who regularly plays and knows the event. If you are still new to it or starting for the first time, you should save at least 8 100, just so you're covered for any mistakes along the way when trying it out. Yes, you technically also need green crystals for finish some of the tiers as well, but like I mentioned earlier, you will collect these more easily over time. It is the red ones that will require additional efforts to obtain. The more you do it, the more efficient you'll become with it, and use less divination stones by anticipating what may come next and know when to refresh the board. Like when you encounter too many blue or purple boxes at the start of a board, as an example. Blue and purple boxes aren't worth hunting for. If you see too many of these, just refresh to new board to avoid using too many divination stones unnecessarily. Green and red boxes are worth it the most when you can complete a set of 3. Watch out for boards that have only 2 red boxes in an entire board. You can tell based on what you have opened already and what most likely will lie in the last remaining boxes to determine if a new refreshed board is necessary. Using too many divination stones hunting for the last amount of red chests can be costly, so knowing this is also important. As the more unflipped boxes you open, the more the remaining boxes increase in cost and eat up your divination stones. Per each start of a new board opening up, the first 3 boxes costs 2 divination stones each. Unless it is the 3 freebies you get at the start of each day. Then, the next 3 boxes on the same board cost 3 divination stones each. Then the last 3 boxes on the same board cost 4 divination stones each. The orange refresh button is free and does not use up any divination stones. As indicated earlier, you should have at least 700 to 800 divination stones to start with, along with 11 red crystals to finish the event fully and get all the max tier rewards from it. Even though you also obtain more divination stones in-game by opening chests and finishing other event tiers that contain divination stones, you still need these amounts to start with. This has also been taken into account. While it is recommended to fully finish the event complete, there is a case where sometimes you need to do the event partially to farm the red crystals. Only when you have at least 300 or 600 divination stones with either no red crystals or very little red crystals available in your bag, you can do the event partially. You definitely need to do this if you are starting this for the first time to be able to get some of those red crystals to be able to finish the event completely in the future. If you have less than 300 divination stones, do not bother to do the event at all, even partially in any case. Just wait until you have more divination stones in the future. In the next example, we will show you from start to finish how to do the 150 divinations for the 3 guaranteed red crystals. You need at least 300 divination stones to complete the 150 divinations tier. Start with a clear board showing the 9 beige colored unflipped question mark boxes. you can see that each one costs 2 divination stones to flip. There is no specific order, but you must only pick any 3 of these at a time, each time per board. Once you flip 3, the other remaining now cost 3 stones each. Do not go any further to flip or will cost you more stones. Now press the orange refresh button and try the same method over again until you have reached the specific 150 divinations. To make sure you are doing it right and not going over the amount, make sure you frequently check in the events section at the Lucky Divination tab where it shows your current progress. Sometimes you get lucky and get a little more red crystals flipped during these partial divinations. Same goes for full completed event divinations as well. You want to be able to save some if possible for the next time. Every little bit counts.
Let's get ready to rumble!
In the next example, we will show you from start to finish how to do the 300 divinations for the 6 guaranteed red crystals. You need at least 600 divination stones to complete the 300 divinations tier.
Here we go! And that is how it's done.
In the next example, we will show you from start to finish how to complete the divination event, starting with 940 divination stones and 11 red crystals. In this example, I am going to show you a video how I was able to do divination stones with 651 divination stones and 13 red. This example I did for you goes to show how really tight that initial amount is, and that you really should always start with at least 700 divination stones or more to avoid risk of losing the final 2 rewards to the finish. As this event game is based on luck and RNG, getting the right amount of 20 red crystals and 20 red chests together at the end. You can get really lucky or burned and lose out without the right amounts to start with. Just remember, you do not need to spend money to get more divination stones or more red crystals. As a FT2P free-to-play mid to end game player who doesn't spend money, you can finish the divination event from time to time normally by consistently getting all the divination stones and red crystals in-game regularly over time. Hopefully this divination event guide is super helpful, simple, and straightforward to you. Thank you for watching. Now follow and subscribe for more, you motherlickers.